chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Hey, good evening and welcome into Class 8-2A sectional action. It'll be the 25-1 Brown County Hornets taking on the 21-5 West Prairie Cyclones here. The Cyclones defeating the West Central Heat 44-33 right here at Scioto to win the right to this sectional championship. The Brown County Hornets edging the Liberty Eagles to squeeze in to this championship. These teams have played this season, with Brown County getting the advantage early, and that one was at West Prairie. So we'll see if the Cyclones can get a little revenge. They will definitely be working against a size advantage tonight, as the Brown County Hornets are huge. They say they're not overly fast, and we'll see if the Cyclones can counter them here tonight. The head coach for the West Prairie Cyclones, Jeff Copeland, assisted by Mr. Sam DeCounter. Sam will be the up guy tonight. And for the Brown County Hornets, Dane Flessner, Garrett Ingram, and Justin Volk making up the coaching staff for them here tonight. It is starting, at least we broadcast from the Brown County side just above the scorer's table. It's packed over here. Quite a few people in here for tonight's action for the Cyclones as well. And again, we're glad to see you here tonight on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Let's thank some of our very fine sponsors, including JoJo's Gaming Parlor. JoJo's Gaming Parlor offers the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Check out the TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screen. Stop by JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer our area teams on to victory. A hat brand built on two staples, comfort and style, specializing in snapback trucker style caps. Check out the selection or consider customs to build your business at BarclayBillsCo.com. Don't let the hat rack fool you. There's always room for one more Barclay Bill. BarclayBillsCo.com. Wishing good luck to all area athletes this season. We are going to have a busy week here at West Prairie. Tomorrow night, senior night, right back here for the high school girls. We'll be back here for that one, so join us for the broadcast tomorrow night of senior night. Then, of course, Friday night, senior night for the boys. We'll have a girls regional game coming up on Saturday at 1 p.m. So join us for all the basketball action here. The two teams getting ready to get on the court and get going. I know a lot of nervous kids out here. It is one of those things. You never know with junior high kids how you're going to open this thing up. We'll see how each of the teams come out. One thing for the Cyclones, they are playing on their home court here this evening. And that's one of those things, always a big help. Very lucky thing to play a sectional game here in your hometown. We'll see how things come out here tonight for these young men. A very, very close group for the West Prairie Cyclones here this evening as they get ready to get this thing underway tonight. Brian Sullivan, Nick Knowles, and Bill Forker will be the officials here this evening as we get ready to make things official with the playing of our national. Let's turn things over to PA announcer Braden DeCounter.
Class 2A championship between the Brown County Hornets and the West Prairie Cyclones. At this time, please rise, ladies and gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
And the starting lineups, let's set those here tonight. It is Brody Phelps, Carter Havens, Matthew Boylan, also Colin Dieterle, and Jackson McNeff for the Hornets. Adorned in green tonight, that the yellow trim around the white. And then for the Cyclones and the home whites, black numerals trimmed in silver. Aiden Percy, Ruger Olson, Matt Whitman, Braden Copeland, and Eli D. Counter. As we get ready to get things underway, so glad you're alongside here this evening for sports action on TSSR Game Time Live. Braden Copeland will jump it up here against Jackson McNeff tonight. As the tip is taken by McNeff, just palmed that thing. Phelps with it, no relation. And now he does have a call jester bent. Pass is stolen away. Copeland tries to get it out of there. Recovered by Copeland on the steal, and here comes Matt Whitman. Whitman will walk it up. Man-on-man put on here by the Hornets. Whitman drilling out top there, looking for somewhere to go with it. Needs help. Comes to Aiden Percy, over to Counter. Looks in. Wanted to go into Copeland, out to Ruger Olson. Three is up, no good. Got his own rebound, puts it up and blocked there, stuffed by McNeff. But still an offensive rebound for Ruger Olson. Matt Whitman brings it in, box offensive set here underneath far side of the free throw lane, bouncing to Counter, up, won't get it to go. Rebound snuck out of there by Boylan, and Boylan on the fly, up to Phelps. Phelps gonna hold the throttle, in the lane he goes, up and off the glass, no good, rebound put up, and in, the first basket for Colin Dieterle. That makes it 2-0, the lead here for the Hornets. 5-minute mark here in the first quarter play. It is Olson holding on. Near on the far side wing into the Counter. To Counter, working on Dieterle, back to Olson. And he throws that one away. Coming out of there with it is Havens in the lane. Can't get it to go. Rebound fought for, and Matt Whitman's out of there with it. Loops it up to Eli to Counter. Fakes, goes up, and blocked in there by McNeff. He's handing out leather sandwiches. Percy in the lane, goes up. He's blocked. And out of there with it will come the Hornets. Whitman steals it away from Phelps. Whips it into Percy to Copeland. And they'll come back the way. 2-0. Brown County leads it here. 4:20 left to go in this first quarter of play. On the way with it, they bounce it up to Ruger Olson. Olson looks in the lane at Whitman. Whitman giving a look, spin, bounces to the Counter. The Counter shot on the way, rolls out, no good. And we've got a rebound foul on Matt Whitman as he bumped into Boylan. So back they'll come the other way. 2-0, Brown County in the lead here. Matthew Boylan dribbles it on the way. 2-0 lead. Out on the wing, they'll work it over on the near side to Havens. He'll dribble in. Kick out to Phelps out top. Phelps, couple of dribbles, will look to probe the far side. Wheels it to Boylan in the lane, and he's fouled by Percy. That'll be the second on the Cyclones. And so they'll bring it in underneath the far side of the free throw lane. Everybody lined up long, looking to lob into McNeff, get it into him. He'll spin in the paint, put it up, gets it to go. The nice half hook off glass and makes it a 4-0 Brown County. 3:40 clock rolling here in this first quarter of play. Whitman walks it up over to Olson. Olson holds it above his head. Wanted to bounce out to Percy, gives it to the Counter instead. Eli to Counter. Going to work, loops it up, loops it in and good, and the Cyclones are on the board. 4-2, cut the lead in half. And now working out top is Havens. Havens out to Phelps. Looking into McNeff, now lobs it into him, going up, and partially blocked. Rebound tipped around, McNeff has it. Over to Boylan, dribbling in the lane there, shot up, and he's fouled. Needed to Counter Olson on the foul. It is Ruger Olson on the foul, and up to the free throw line will be Matthew Boylan to shoot. 3 minutes left to go here, halfway gone in this first quarter. Free throw is good. Ready, it's the second one. It is no good. Rebound tipped around. Olson had it for a second. Whitman went to grab it, fight for it on the floor in the lane, shooting shot, putting it up and in is Carter Havens. And the Hornets have opened it up to a 7-2 advantage. Eli to counter will work it out top. 2:45 left to go here in this first half. To Whitman. Whitman getting a screen from DeCounter, back to DeCounter. He'll hold, look on the far side. Over to Olson. Olson with McNeff on him. Now to Whitman. Back to DeCounter. DeCounter looking for Copeland. Can't find him. Dribbles a little bit. Wheels and now back up. Threw it past Whitman and he couldn't get it. Had to throw it out of bounds. Turnover brings it back over to Brown County. Inbounds comes from Havens. Havens all the way down in the corner. Wheels it for Dieterle. 3 on the way. No good. And the rebound tipped out. Be tipped out by Phelps and go over to West Prairie. Nice job on the block out by Aiden Percy. Into Copeland. Back to Whitman. Under 2 minutes we go. 7-2 the lead here for Brown County in the early goings of this sectional championship game. Whitman dribbles down to the far side. Now sets himself on the wing, looking to bring it into Copeland. To DeCounter. DeCounter spin, looks to go down the lane. Lays it other, puts it up, can't get it to go. And McNeff down with the rebound. Up to Phelps, out to Havens. On the fly, right past Percy, goes up, and he'll be fouled. And that is Havens with the shot. And he'll set himself at the free throw line. 7-2 lead here. First one is good. And 2 of 3 from the line here so far in this one. And leads up to 8-2. Sets himself for the second one. And it's good. Made a pair and ups it to 9-2. Minute 40 left to go here in this first quarter play. Matt Whitman walks it up for West Prairie. Down to Olson in the lane to counter. To counter back for Whitman. Whitman lays it up. Yes! And it counts. Matthew Boylan with the foul. That'll put Matt Whitman up to the free throw line. Big bucket there by the Cyclones. Looked like Brown County was starting to run away with it. Whitman sets himself at the line. Free throw is good. We got a substitution. Matt Whitman will go out as Holden Copeland will come in. Phelps with the inbounds. Brings it on the way here. Minute 25 left to go in this first quarter. Phelps working against Percy. Comes down to the baseline. Spins it out of there. And right in the lane. Shot is up and no good there by Havens. Aiden Percy will bring it out of there for the Cyclones. He'll pull it up on the near side to Copeland on the far side. A bounce out to Ruger Olson. Swings to Percy. Looks at the counter. Now sets the screen. Tried to bounce to Braden Copeland. Out of bounds. Off of Brown County. It'll stay here. Copeland out. Matt Whitman in. Minute 4. Cyclones can chip this down to a 2-point deficit. As Whitman looks inbounds, can't find anybody, needs to hurry. Looped it to, well, a tip by Copeland to the counter. The counter working his way in the lane. Fakes, goes up, can't get it to go. Rebound, batted around, and out of there with it is Dieterle. Yep. The court stolen back by Whitman. Whitman in the lane wanted to go to the counter and couldn't see him. Holden Copeland back in as they replace Matt Whitman with the 2 personals. Phelps walks it up, 9-5 lead for Brown County. Counting down to 46 seconds left in this first quarter. Phelps holds it out on the far side, comes to Dieterle at the free throw line. Backdoor cut at Havens in the lane. Back to Dieterle, he'll drive in and they're going to whistle a block on to counter. Now the whistle on Eli to counter. And Bill Fortgren telling him it was not a block, and now one of the other officials confer about it. Officials having some kind of conference, not sure whether they were going to review. And they're setting Dieterle up at the free throw line. And the basket did count. So it is 11-5. Dieterle at the free throw line. And the second one, the free throw. Sorry about that, folks. We had a momentary unplugged moment here. And I guess you got Greg Phelps unplugged. But at the end of one quarter play, it is 12-5 here. Sorry about that. Sometimes that happens in the world of live broadcasting. But 12-5 here as we go to the second quarter play. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
We're an 11-bed ER.
We are back here as Brown County holds the lead as we open the second quarter. It is West Prairie basketball. Cyclones bringing it on the way. As Matt Whitman holds it, comes to Aiden Percy, joined by Ruger Olson, Eli to counter, and Braden Copeland. Down to Whitman. Whitman pulls up for the three. No good. The rebound fought for, and Dieterle comes down there with it. McNeff with it. Dumps it out to Phelps. Phelps on the run here. Going to push it out for Boylan. Boylan spins lane. Lost it. Rebound pulled out of there by Copeland. Copeland in a hurry up the court. Driving in the lane. Lost it and is fouled from behind. So that foul be the second on the Brown County team. Matt Whitman will bring it inbounds. Ready's with it. Whitman waits. Tried to bounce into Copeland. Stolen away there. Olson able to tie it up along with Phelps, so it'll stay. It will go over to Brown County. As they keep going here. Phelps going to bring it up. Gives it out. As he'll work it out there for Havens. Joined by Dieterle, McNeff, and Boylan. Dribbling out top there, Whitman with him. Comes now to Boylan. Boylan in the lane, bounces it down for McNeff, puts it up and puts it in. And it is 14-5, the lead here for Brown County as they're trying to pull away here. Braden Copeland over the timeline now. Wheels it over to Olsen. Olsen far side wing. Wants Eli to counter. Finds him. Bobbled it a second. Got it back. Comes over to Percy. Aiden Percy wheeling around near side to Copeland. Copeland looking in for Copeland or for the counter. Shot is up, no good. Rebound Copeland. He'll wheel it up. Can't get it to go, and the rebound taken out of there by Boylan. Boylan a recover. 4:20 left to go here in this first half of play. 14-5 lead Brown County. They dribble out top. And now kick out to Dieterle. Dieterle driving in, spins, nearly threw it away. Haven's able to scoop it up and traveled with it. And the Brown County fans are agreeing emphatically with the official. I'll come back the other way. 4-point lead. I would hate to see if they were down. As coming back the other way, they'll work it. Whitman up to the far side, goes in the lane, lays it up, lays it in, and good. And a big basket back for the Cyclones. They make it 14-7, 3:50. Clock rolling here. Out to Phelps. Phelps holds, gets picked from a dribbles. Had a wide open shot there, passed it up, kicked it out for Boylan. Boylan in the lane. His shot is up and good over Olsen. 16-7 lead here, back to a 9-point advantage. That has been the largest in the ball game as Whitman comes across the timeline. They had a high 1-4 set, now going to low 1-4 set. Olsen with McNeff on him. Dribbles toward the lane, and he's fouled on the way through there. And folks, that oftentimes happen when you get a kid that is a big kid like that. He'll get a couple blocks and then get a little grabby. That'll put Ruger Olsen at the free throw line where he will shoot a pair. Free throw is good. Cuts it to 16-8. Ruger Olsen will try to cut it back to 7. Second one no good. Braden Copeland had the rebound, lost it, and out of there with it on the run is Havens. Havens in the lane, shoot, shot, got it off glass. Brown County opens it up to a 10-point advantage now, under 3 minutes in this first half of play. Cyclones come back the other way. Whitman, and we've got a timeout called by West Prairie. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH.
At Country
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And back here to action as Ruger Olsen has it at the baseline, comes into the counter, working on McNeff, goes up over him, can't get it to stick, and McNeff the rebound, pulls it away from a couple guys. Dieterle with it, he's got Phelps out ahead, and lobs it to Havens. Shot is up and in and good. 20-8, lead is out to 12, again matching the largest of this first half. 2.5 minutes left to go here in this second quarter. Bounce down to Percy. Up to Whitman. Whitman in the lane. Lost handle to Olsen. He'll put it up. Can't get it to go. McNeff the rebound, and out of there with it they'll come. Havens brings it across the timeline here. Looks out to Boylan. Boylan watching Dieterle cut through. Looks at McNeff. Can't get him. Lobs it down for McNeff. Catches it among three. Cyclones puts it up. and puts it in. Folks, they always say it, and it's true. You cannot teach tall. 22-8, they open it up here to a 14-point lead as the Cyclones go back to work. Whitman out to Copeland. Copeland holds, bounces back as they work against this zone now for the Hornets. To counter with it, he'll pull the long shot, no good. Braden Copeland in with the rebound, puts it up and puts it in. And again, stopping a big run there for the Cyclones. 22-10, Brown County leads. A minute and a half left in this first half. Boylan waiting, looking, dribbling down the lane, goes up, and we've got a whistle. They're going to be whistled on Olson. So Olson will pick up the personal foul. And both teams have pretty much, except for momentary substitutions, they've pretty much gone all the way here in this one. As up at the free throw line will be Boylan. Free throw is good. First substitution here for Brown County. Meyer Maxwell will come in. Dieterle will go out. Well, we'll try the second one. M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store with a mainstay in the community for over 40 years and offers free delivery within 40 miles. Second free throw is no good. Braden Copeland out of there with the rebound. For high-quality home furnishings, 41 Main Street in Bushnell. See M&B Furniture. Call 309-772-2111. Aiden Percy up with it, out to Copeland. Copeland going to swing it back to Whitman. Whitman with a hang-on. And he'll bounce it on the floor a couple times. Looks it back to Copeland. Down to Ruger Olson in the corner. Up to Whitman. Back for Copeland. Copeland immediately jumped at by about three guys. Drives in the lane. Tied up and goes up. He'll be fouled. Maxwell gets the foul. 23-10. They settle in here, trying to cut into this 13-point lead for Brown County. Free throw on the way. It is no good. And he'll set himself for the second one. Rebound, guys. Copeland on the way with the second one. It is no good. And McNeff another rebound. Works it out for Havens. Havens walks on the way. Up quickly to Boylan. Boylan looking at Havens. Sees Maxwell go through. Bounces to him. And really has it taken away now does. Copeland on the run up the court. Drives in. Lays it up. Can get it to go. Whitman the rebound. He'll fake. Go up. And get it. Yes! And it counts. Dieterle is going to come back in. Matt Whitman will try to cut this to a 10-point lead. Dieterle in, he replaces Maxwell. Whitman sets himself. 23-12 the leader, 33 seconds left to go in this first half. Free throw is good. And now Matt Whitman will come out. As Holden Copeland will come in. Both teams have pretty much rode the horses they have all first half. As we count it down here. Havens brings it up the court. Stops it with a low 1-4 set. Double stack set to be exact. They look for McNeff in the lane. Get it to him. McNeff spinning, wheeling. Shots no good. Rebound. Copeland. Holden Copeland with it. Corner to Brady. 15 seconds left here. Cyclones can cut this down to single digits. And, folks, that is a big psychological thing to get it down to single digits. Over to Holden Copeland. He'll hold out top. Over to Percy. Percy down the corner to counter. Shot is good at the buzzer. And the Cyclones cut it to 8 at the end of the first half of play. It is Brown County 23, the Cyclones 15. As we head to the halftime buzzer, you're listening and watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in today's world. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, camera, and phone systems in the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas, and expanding quickly. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Skip adding detergent to every load with the Load and Go dispenser. Choose from models that hold enough for 20 to 40 loads. With select models even adding a second compartment for fabric softener. So clothes get the care they need, and you can skip adding detergent every time. The Load and Go dispenser, now available in 3 sizes. Brought to you by Whirlpool.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
About a minute and a half left to go here before the second half of play. Brown County with a 23-15 lead here as we head into the second half of play, getting ready to get action back going again. Do want to thank again our fine sponsors of the broadcast here, like Good Hope Garden. They'll get at 445 East Main Street, Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School, open April through October for all your fresh produce needs. Be sure to follow the Facebook page for daily updates. They are preparing for the 2023 growing season now. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. You can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions by email. All this for only $42 per year or $38 per year if you're age 65 or older. You can also buy copies available at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, and Blandonsville. Brown County will start the same five that got the game going. It is Jackson McNeff, Colin Dieterle, Matthew Boylan, Carter Havens, and Brody Phelps. For the Cyclones, most likely the same group. And we'll see how they get going here in this second half of play. It is Eli DeCounter, Matt Whitman, Ruger Olson, Aiden Percy, and Braden Copeland for West Prairie. Cyclones will have the ball first to start the second half of play as they try to cut this down to a 6-point deficit. And we'll see if the Hornets can pull away in this second half. They got out to about a 12-point lead before West Prairie made a little bit of run. Whitman to the near side. Percy nearly has it stolen. And Percy will bring it inbounds. Havens and Boylan are just allowing the Cyclones to bring it in, as they'll walk it through there. Whitman out top of the key, looking for Percy. Is Percy trying to get open? Can't do it. Now Whitman wheels down to the baseline. Weir worms his way under there and all the way through. Tried to find Ruger Olson to Percy. He'll put it up. Blocked by McNeff. And back it'll come in the hands of Havens. Back the other way they'll go here. Brown County looking to push it back to double digits. They hold there. Watching Dieterle cut through. And Boylan will go on the drive there. Nearly lost it. Wheels it back out. Down again. Kind of probing through there and kind of fell down and got up. And folks, that is not a travel. He still got his dribble. Over to Phelps. Phelps get a pick from Dieterle. Drives on Percy. Into the lane. Hands to Whitman. Whitman with Havens. Now looping out to Phelps. Phelps. Probing. Coming back to Havens. Sam DeCounter screaming McNeff, and now they'll work it out again. 4:45 here. Boylan standing out there. They are daring him to shoot, and he's not. Drives in the lane, shot no good. And they're going to say it stays with Brown County. Say it was off the hands of Olson or Copeland. Havens looks to bring it in. Box offensive set. Looking in. They actually get into Dieterle. Dieterle up and in with it. Good pass on the inbounds and makes it 25-15. Back to a 10-point lead. Here will come the other way. Matt Whitman. Whitman dribbles it dear. Phelps has done an amazing job on Braden Copeland here tonight. Done a phenomenal job covering him up. Into Whitman. In fact, I think Braden Copeland just has the one free throw tonight. Whitman dribbling down to the near side, pulls up the three, no good. Rebound fought for, fight on the floor. McNeff has it and wheels it over there to Havens. Havens quickly up to Boylan. Boylan going to go to the lane, and offensive foul whistled on Boylan. As he came crashing in, that might be a wonder not necessarily set, but it does look like it was a player control foul. And now Whitman comes with it. 25-15. Whitman over the timeline, gets instructions from Sam DeCounter. Looks to come to the near side. Wanting Braden Copeland, nope, out to Eli DeCounter. DeCounter above his head. Over to Percy. Percy dribbling down. We've got a reach in by Havens. Whitman looks to bring it inbounds. Inbounds to come in. Whitman having trouble getting it in. We've got a timeout whistled by West Prairie. We'll step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. Your farm is your legacy. As the leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. Located in the heart of Walnut Grove and in business since 1974, Ride and Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP, seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in this area. Customer service, one of their specialties. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121. Macomb's original local sports bar is the Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcast at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. The tenderloins are awesome, by the way. Stop in and say hi. 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Matt Whitman into the counter, far baseline. Got a traffic jam there, finally gives it out to Matt Whitman, up to Olson. Olson strokes up the three, it is no good. Chase for the rebound, and we've got a tie-up. And it is a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Brown County. The Hornets, as Whitman's going to watch Havens here. Into Boylan. Boylan back to Phelps. They'll work it with 3.5 left to go here in the third quarter. Scoring slowed down a little bit. It is a 2-0 third quarter so far. Phelps in the lane to Havens. Havens shot is short. Whitman down with the board. And he'll wander it up here. Holds it top of the key. Gets the call out. Looking to go down inside the lane. Nope. To the counter. Out top. Eli to counter. Wheeling down. Traveled with it as he went to slide and stop. Couldn't get going. Whitman again will come up and bother Havens. Phelps into Boylan. Back to Phelps. And Brody Phelps will bring it on the way for the Brown County Hornets. Coming down to the far side. Hands off to Boylan. Boylan, a dribble, a bounce. Just wheels back and forth, coming over to Havens. Havens speeding around, getting a pick from Dieterle to Phelps, and they're just kind of wheeling around, probing, looking for something like McNeff in the post. It looks like they're stalling, folks, but are really not. They're just kind of probing, looking for something here. 2.5 left in this third quarter. They give it off to Havens. Havens wheels back the other way, comes to Phelps, looking down for something. Phelps coming out. Now wheeling it down over to Havens. And they're going to hand it off to Boylan. Boylan just going to hold it there with 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter. And they're going to come down. It is Phelps dribbling around with it. And the Cyclones are going to have to extend their pressure, which is exactly what they want. And travel with it. They got a timeout called before it turned over. So that'll bring it back over. Brown County will keep it there, and they will hold on here, take a timeout. So will we. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
We're an 11.
And we are back here, Brown County with a 25-15 lead. As I mentioned, this third quarter has become a 2-0 affair. And Brown County being very selective. Now, again, I know it looks like they're just stalling out the clock, and they are just a little bit, but they're trying to draw West Prairie out of this zone and trying to draw them out to make them come get them. Into Boylan. Now he'll come down and wheel it out to Phelps. Phelps around the top to Havens. Havens back over to Boylan. Now, this strategy might work here, but I tell you what, folks, going to have to do something different in the state tournament if they would get there, as they just continue to go back and forth, back and forth. Havens in the lane, lost the handle on it, and turned it over. And that's why I say this may work now, but in the state tournament, that will not. And now Braden Copeland will bring it up here. 1:20 left to go in the third quarter. Copeland across half court. Brody Phelps has done a marvelous job on Copeland in this ball game. Copeland to the lane, spins, fakes, shoots, shot, can't get it to go. McNiff out of there with the rebound, and back will come Brown County. Havens holds it out here over to Boylan. Boylan looking to drive in, loops it up for McNiff, and lost it. Olson out of there with it. Ruger Olson slows up, stops, gets it to Matt Whitman, and Whitman will bring it out of there. And again, you know, not trying to pick that strategy, but that's what happens. You slow that down, you get out of that attack mode. That's what happens. Ruger Olson, three on the way, no good, rims in and out. And nearly got it. Nice save by Havens, and back will come Phelps with it. 30 seconds left. Havens up, driving on Whitman, and lays it up and lays it in. And Matt Whitman down as the two-pointer scored. And it was 27-15 here. As Whitman down. As Matt Whitman down there on the floor. So they will see Greg Duncan coming out. Take a look. And they will step aside as well. This is TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And we are back here. Matt Whitman getting up and hobbling over on that knee, as everybody got to give a lot of credit for sportsmanship. As Whitman getting up there. And they're going to insert Holden Copeland in for him here as Whitman walks down to the corner of the bench. Copeland back over to Ruger Olson. Olson dribbles across the timeline with 18 seconds left. Olson down the near side, speeds ahead to the wing, needs help. Looking to get it out and tried to bounce it down to Braden Copeland. We get a push foul on Phelps from behind. 7.7 seconds left. They will try to bring it in here. And coming in will be number 23, Jackson Sefton, as he'll check in. Phelps will go out. 7.7 seconds left. 27-15 the lead here for Brown County. Ready to bring it in. Holden Copeland looking to bring it in into Olson. He'll put it up. Be fouled on the way through by Sefton. That'll put him up to the free throw line. Jace Brown will check in as well. Ruger Olson will shoot it. Olson. Free throw is good. Makes the first. And Eli DeCounter will go out. Jace Brown will come in. Olson ready as the second. Free throw is no good, and McNiff the rebound. Out of there with it, they will come. They lob it up to Sefton. He'll put it up. Fouled as he go up, though. And so the foul on Jace Brown, I believe, makes it 27-16 at the end of 3. Let's take this timeout on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
We're an 11 bed.
And as we were away, it was Sefton making the 2 free throws there and makes it 29-16 as we head to the 4th quarter of play. And the Cyclones down by 13. Looks like Matt Whitman came hobbling back in. Looks like he might go in this 4th quarter. And the Cyclones are going to have to put a ton on the board with a 13-point deficit. And for Brown County, just got to keep doing more of what they're doing. They've played really good defense, have really been patient, held on to the basketball, and just kind of taken away the things that the Cyclones do. And that's been what's been very impressive with them so far here this evening. They've been able to really hang on, hang tough, and just take away everything that West Prairie does well. It'll be Sefton, Havens, McNiff, Dieterle, and Boylan. It is Eli DeCounter, Ruger Olson, Braden Copeland, Matt Whitman, and Holden Copeland on the floor for West Prairie. As they will bring it in here for the 4th quarter. 13-point lead for Brown County. Braden Copeland over the timeline. With Dieterle on him, looking for Whitman. Gets it to him. Matt Whitman holds. As they wheel it around, trying to get it out to Holden Copeland. Nope, looking for Braden Copeland. Finally gets it to him in the corner. Dieterle blanketed all over. Bounces to DeCounter. DeCounter, 3 on the way. It is good. That's a big shot there for the Cyclones. And Coach Dane Flester not happy about that as they pop the 3. It is 29-19, 10-point deficit. 5:37 left to go here in this 4th quarter of play. And boy, it did not take him much time at all to pop up off that bench and try to get things stopped there. Cyclones are going to have to do something a little different to bust things open here. We'll see exactly what they try to do. 5.5 left to go in this game. The Cyclones in danger of having their season ended. The winner gets a trip to Kankakee Bishop McNamara coming up this coming Saturday. And I believe it's the 10 or the 11:30 game. I couldn't remember exactly which. Cyclones will pressure here as Boylan will trigger it in. Havens and Phelps up with Olson and Holden Copeland on them. Bounce it into Havens. Havens working on Holden Copeland. Going to work it to the far side. Holden Copeland chasing him. Comes out to Phelps. Phelps with Ruger Olson right after him. Spins it back the other way. Down the lane near side. Right around him. Missed the shot though. And Eli DeCounter out of there with it. Cyclones can cut it to single digits. DeCounter out top with it over to Whitman. Whitman, couple of fakes. Looking to go down to the baseline. Wheels in there out to Holden Copeland. To Ruger Olson. He'll fake. Back to Whitman. Whitman holds it above his head. Needs somebody to tried to lob it down. Copeland, I don't know how he caught it, but Phelps with the block. And the Hornets will bring it out of there. That's got to be their 6th or 7th block. Boylan out top, working on Whitman. Comes to Dieterle. Dieterle coming in the lane, spins, dumps it out to Phelps. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, McNiff had it. Knocked away, and out of there with it comes Havens. Boylan going to be reached and fouled by Matt Whitman. That is the 2nd on the team. And they're probably going to have to do a little bit of that to get back. Aiden Percy will check in. And Ruger Olson will check out for West Prairie. Boylan triggers from the far side sideline. In the backcourt to Havens. Havens jumped at by Holden Copeland. As they're running the count on him, Havens getting past Holden Copeland. Fouled on the way through. And they're going to say on the floor. Nope, they're going to say in the act of shooting. So it'll put Havens up to the free throw line. Free throw is good. So puts the lead back out to 11, 30-19. As he readies the second one. Up and on the way, it is no good, and the rebound, Braden Copeland, comes back the other way. Copeland out top, as Sam DeCounter will call it out here. Phelps doing a good job right on top of Copeland, gets a pick from DeCounter, goes to the lane, creates a little room, puts it up, and puts it in, and makes it 30-21, down to a 9-point lead as Havens works on Copeland. Gets the screen. Havens out to Boylan, and Whitman's got it. They got to be up on him. You can't let them hold it as they work down to 3:40 left to go in the game. Havens to the baseline, spins out of there, and we've got a timeout called by Brown County. 3:38 left to go here in the ball game. 30-21 lead for the Hornets of Brown County. We'll thank our very fine sponsors here on TSSR Game Time Live, like JoJo's Gaming Parlor, offering the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events on the big screens. Stop by JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street, Bushnell, and cheer our area teams on to victory. We do want to say thank you for all of you for tuning in tonight and being with us here for this sectional championship game tonight between these two very good teams. Got to tip your hat a lot to the Brown County Hornets. They are a good ball club. And now bringing the ball inbounds will be Boylan. He brings it just outside the near side of the free throw lane. Kind of an offset play here. They look in. Boylan looking, lobs it out to Dieterle. The counter has to come after him, over to Havens. Havens with Holden Copeland draped on him. Havens dribbles now down to the corner, hands off to Phelps. Phelps jumped at by Percy. And now to Boylan. Boylan down the lane, cut off there by Whitman. As they try to run it down here, and they're going to whistle a foul on Whitman. And I'm honestly amazed how many striped shirts are up here in the crowd tonight. But that's typical. Havens looks to trigger it in. Looks for a Boylan in the backcourt, and very nearly a backcourt violation. Had just 1/3, it's got to be 2/3. Fight for it, Havens and Holden Copeland going after it. They work it to Phelps. Phelps down the lane, goes to put it up. Can't get it to go, but actually they're going to whistle an illegal screen on McNeff. And they're going to whistle McNeff for the illegal screen. And the funny thing was, he really didn't have to do it. Whitman works it up. Gives it to Braden Copeland. And they'll call it out. 2:55 left to go here in the ballgame. DeCounter with a screen. Copeland wheels out to Holden Copeland. Holden Copeland over to his brother Braden. Braden searching, stops, pulls up. Shot is good. 30-23, the lead 7. Phelps breaking ahead of the pack. Down the sideline, near side, looking to get it to Boylan, or Havens rather. Does. Havens avoiding Holden Copeland. Loops it in the lane, McNeff. McNeff goes up, puts it up, and puts it in. Big bucket for the Hornets. And the lead is out to 9, 32-23. We get ready to head under 2 minutes. And Phelps nearly poked it away from Whitman as they were trying to get to Copeland. Whitman out top with it. Over to Holden Copeland. McNeff stashed on him. And Whitman will break it out. 9-point deficit staring at the Cyclones. With 2 minutes left as Brown County, Whitman trying to get lane, gets it to Percy. Had it tipped. Whitman in the far side corner, trying to wants to bounce it in, try to get to Copeland, batted away, fight for it on the floor, McNiff, and we've got a timeout called by Brown County. 1:50 left to go here in the ball game, 32-23 lead for the Brown County Hornets, fighting for a trip to Kankakee Bishop McNamara School, where they would go in the state tournament. And some of the folks here glad to see that they are here in the chat as we are trying to get along here in the game here. And don't forget, coming up tomorrow night, we will have basketball action once again. It'll be the senior night for the girls team. That's coming up tomorrow night. We will also have coming up on a Friday night, senior night. Now the senior night tomorrow night, the varsity game will be at 6, senior night festivities at 5:45. Havens will trigger it in. And Boylan looks to trigger. He had Phelps for a second into Dieterle. Back to Boylan. He'll work it up against Braden Copeland up the sideline to counter, trying to double team as he still works there. 5-second call. And the coach is screaming at Boylan, you got to go somewhere. You can't just dribble around. With 1:39 left to go here in the ball game. Whitman to bring it inbounds, and the Hornets are going to apply some pressure. Copeland with it as Copeland works it up against Phelps. Two premier athletes going at it. And Braden Copeland down the lane, loops up the shot, will not go. Havens out of there with the rebound. Up to Dieterle. Dieterle out to Phelps. Phelps cut off nicely there by Olson. And bounced out to Havens. Havens trying to back it out here. And Boylan's going to be reached in and fouled. To the basket. Cyclones still have 2 fouls to give with 1:10 left to go. Havens is triggered in, looks in at McNeff, gives it to him. Working on Whitman as he'll take a couple of dribbles. Now to Havens. Havens wheeling out there, and the Cyclone. And then finally Braden Copeland getting the personal. And actually, funny enough, for the Hornets, that worked out as Copeland was trying, Holden was trying to foul, and a few seconds more ticked off. That is the 6th on the team. One more, and it's 1-1. They bring it into Dieterle. Dieterle fouled immediately by Eli to counter. They'll go up to the free throw line. So that'll put Dieterle up to the free throw line. Foul on Eli to counter. 32-23, 56 seconds left to go in the game. Dieterle will set himself at the free throw line, going to try to ice this away. Dieterle, free throw is good, and I got to give credit. The Brown County Hornets have shot the ball extremely well from the free throw line. 33-23, back to a 10-point lead. Ready's the second one. It is good as well. And puts it up to 11-point lead, 34-23, with just a few ticks left. 51 seconds left. Cyclones up to counter above his head. It's a drive lane, goes in. Stopped underneath there, can't get it to go, but is fouled by Dieterle. And so Braden to counter will go from the free throw line, trying to shoot a pair, get him back to within single digits. Will Phelps will come into the ball game. Free throws on the way by DeCounter. It is no good. Matt Whitman will come out. Will Phelps will come in. Phelps will get in. And counter up. As the foul will be given in the backcourt by Holden Copeland. Whitman will come in. Phelps will go out. And that'll be Havens will be in. 38 seconds now. They switch up. And now Havens at the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. 34-24. First one's good. And again, the Hornets have shot extremely well from the free throw line. It is 35-24. Ready's the second one. And up and good. Not sure if Havens has missed any in this game. 36-24, Whitman up top with it. And they don't have time, gotta hurry. As they give it to Eli to counter. He'll pump up the three, will not go. Rebound fought for, Phelps had it, jump ball. An arrow goes with the Cyclones with 20 seconds left. And substitutions coming in wholesale for the Hornets. Wyatt Cassing checking in, also checking in Hunter Law. Also checking in Connor Flynn. Jace Brown will check in for West Prairie. Replacing Holden Copeland. And Boylan lobs it in to Havens. Havens will stop, hold it up, and Whitman will give the foul. As Matt Whitman will give the foul there with 18 seconds left. 36-24, Braden Gray will check in. Also checking in for Brown County, Tegan Hohenberry, placing Boylan. Matt Whitman will come out. As the Cyclones gonna fall here at home in the sectional, Max French will check in. Also checking in, number 52, Bodie Seitz. And Will Phelps will check in as well, replacing Eli to counter. As Ruger Olson comes out as well. Actually, Braden Copeland coming out. Tommy Wardell will check in as well. And he'll replace Ruger Olson. And the Cyclones letting it go here, knowing that too short a time. And again, you got to tip your cap here to the Brown County Hornets, folks. You just have to. Played a really good game. Free throw is up, and it is good by Havens. And the Hornets make it 37-24. And Havens readies the second one. It is good. And one more substitution. Havens will go out. Phelps and Gray will bring it up here with 18 seconds left, 38-24. And it is Braden Gray with it. To Phelps. Phelps pumps the three on the way, no good. Got a little air under that one. And that's going to do it here as the Hornets are going to hold on to it. And that'll be the final score, 38-24, the final from West Prairie, as the Brown County Hornets going to take home the win over the West Prairie Cyclones here. And going to head on to Kankakee Bishop McNamara High School for the state tournament. That is coming up this coming Saturday. Got to give the Cyclones a lot of credit, give Brown County as much credit. It was a great night for both of them. Just not enough in the tank for the Cyclones here this evening. Give credit to a very, very good Brown County squad here. They'll take home the sectional plaque And that'll end things here tonight for us. Of course, we'll be back coming to you tomorrow night.
Just watching these boys. Both teams, you can't be disappointed with the effort of both these teams. Something that sometimes goes amiss is the preparation and the time that the coaches put in. Coaches from Brown County, coaches from West Prairie, you can tell they had these boys prepared and ready to go. Good job, coaches. West Prairie Cyclones finish the season. Shouldn't be disappointed one bit. 21-6. And Brown County, 26-1.
And folks, that is going to do it for tonight here. As you see, the victorious Brown County Hornets holding the sectional trophy. Congratulations to them. Wish them good luck at the state tournament. For all of us here, this is me signing off. Thanks for tuning us in. Thanks for turning us on. This is at TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.